Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Loony Bin Comedy Club. Give yourselves a big round of applause for coming out and supporting live comedy tonight. All right, folks, the show is going to start in just a couple of minutes, but first we wanted to remind you of our rules of the showroom. Please keep your table conversations down to a whisper, out of respect for both the comics on stage and those seated around you. There is absolutely no heckling of the comedians. Believe me, if they need your help, they will ask you for it. There is no flash photography or video recording allowed in the showroom tonight. Please take this time to turn your cell phones off. If you need to talk or text, please step out to the lobby. And we do have a 3 strikes and you're out rule. If security has to approach your table more than twice to ask you to stop disrupting the show for others, you will be tabbed out and asked to leave. We also have a new check drop policy. We will bring you your check after the headliner is finished performing. That way you can enjoy the show in its entirety without having to worry about doing math in the dark. Your server will need to hold on to an ID or credit card, and it will be returned to you safely with your check at the end of the show. And while the servers are bringing you your checks, we will give you the chance to be funny with the Loony Bin Joke Contest. Volunteer at the end of the show, come up on stage and tell your best street joke. If the audience thinks you're the funniest, you will win 2 free passes to the Loony Bin. But let's not forget our most important rule here. Don't hold back your laughter. And now that we got all that out of the way, are you guys ready to have a good time tonight? Oh, come on, guys. You can do better than that. Are you guys ready to have a good time tonight? Your headliner tonight has been seen on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson and on Comedy.tv. Please put your hands together and welcome back to Tulsa, John Novosad, the Hippie Man. Your feature entertainer this evening tours clubs and colleges all over the country. Please, a big round of applause for Chad Thornsberry. And now, welcome to the stage, your host and MC. He's a favorite here at the Loony Bin. Please give it up for Billy Bazar.
What's up, Tulsa? That was horrible. There's way more people here than that. You guys ready for a good time tonight? You guys got an awesome show. Your feature, Mr. Chad Thornsberry. Give it up for Chad. And your headliner is Hippie Man. Give it up for Hippie Man. So, I guess nobody drowned today because the rain stopped. Thank God for that. A buddy of mine got a brand new grill and invited me and my girlfriend over for dinner. And he didn't do steaks, he didn't do chicken. He's like, I'm going to do a bunch of sausage. Which I was glad there were women there. But grilled a bunch of sausage, and he had cheddarwurst. And I haven't had cheddarwurst sausage in God knows how long. And it's the one with the cheese in it, for those that don't know. And I was talking to him, and his wife was sitting next to him. And I wasn't paying attention. And she bit into the sausage. Now, she must have like a robot bite or something I wasn't aware of, because when she bit into it, the cheese literally just all went out of the hot dog and hit me right in the face. I mean, that shit was dripping down my face, got me in the eye. So, ladies, I get it. It stings. But he didn't get in my hair, so I was all right with that. I was like, oh, that's cool. We can still be friends. I learned a lesson this week. Ran into one of my cousins that I haven't seen in a long time, and she has several kids, and she doesn't know who all the dads are. And she doesn't like it when you call the children illegitimate, which I understand that. She doesn't also like it when you call them bootleg. So I won't call them bootleg kids anymore. I do a lot of current affair jokes, which you'll realize in my set. So this week it was like winning the lottery because of the Duggars. I couldn't get enough of it, actually. The weird part is they have 20 kids. At some point, you're going to lose that lottery. I mean, seriously. I mean, one of those kids are going to be a little messed up. I'm just surprised only one of them was. They might want to check the crawl space, because I have a feeling 2 or 3 of those other ones have done some shit. You know you have to be a messed up family when you make the Kardashians seem normal. And they did. Hell, that family's so messed up that he hasn't even had the surgery yet, and Bruce Jenner's already the most classy woman in that family. And he still has a penis. Speaking of class, Honey Boo Boo's mom, Mama June, was in the news again. She said she realized she was bisexual. While not a bad thing, nothing wrong with that, but it just proves a theory that she will in fact eat anything. Anything. She, a lot of people don't know this, and this is really you might want to take a bite of food for this one. About 2 months ago, Vivid Adult Entertainment offered her $1 million to do a porno. Again, true story. I almost wish I could make that up. But thankfully, she said no, and I quote, because I got more class than that. No, she doesn't, not really. But I was disappointed, and let me explain to you why. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Huge Star Wars fan. I've always wanted to see the proper porn parody of Return of the Jedi. For those that don't get that, which is most of the room apparently, Jabba the Hutt. Come on. Bring me Solo in the Wookiee. That's actually frightening when you think about it. Speaking of Star Wars, who saw those awesome new trailers for the new Star Wars movie? I haven't been this excited for a Star Wars movie in a long time. And I also didn't know while watching the trailers that it was possible to cry and have an erection at the same time. But it is. Then I remembered all my high school sexual encounters and was like, oh, it's just deja vu all over again. I'm a sad man. I turned 40 last year. I'm surprised I made it that long myself. And for those that come here a lot, I actually sometimes am a door guy here. So if you're keeping score in your head, that means, yes, I failed. I am a 40-year-old door guy. But you can say whatever you want to, because my daughter got me really good the other day. She was in the back of the car playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader on a little DS, and she lost. So I had to give her shit, and I was like, oh, I guess you're not smarter than a fifth grader, ha ha ha. And she looked at me without missing a beat, and she was like, you know what, Dad, you're right. I'm not smarter than a fifth grader, but I'm smarter than a bouncer. Thankfully, I have 2 more kids in case she goes missing. So. They're actually twin girls. They just turned 2. And I used to say all the time because I thought they were so cute. And recently, I watched Shining again. So I might just have to start from scratch all over again. Come play with me, Daddy. I'm out. Peace. Y'all are bootleg kids, aren't I? This is a public service announcement for all the guys out there, so please listen up. We have got to stop sending unsolicited dick pictures to the ladies. But let me explain to you why. Anybody have cats out there? I'm sure a few of you have cats. Exactly. I know they'll admit they watch porn, but not that they own cats. I never have understood that. Okay. That's the weirdest joke. Who watches porn? Yeah, who has a cat? Fuck that shit. Nope. Not I. That's not cat hair at all. It's lonely people glitter. Getting back on course for the joke. Anybody has cats, I'm sure you've went outside on the back porch and you've seen a dead mouse or a dead bird that you didn't expect to be there. And the cat looks up to you like, look what I did. That's what it's like for the women when they open up those emails. They didn't ask for that shit at all. It's ugly, It's mean looking, hairy sometimes, smelly, I don't know. But what the women don't realize, it is actually a gift from our heart. From your heart. Not my heart, from your heart. But here's the real reason when we have to stop. I've seen it on all the social media sites, Twitter, Twatter, Face Squat, Facebook, all of them. For every email we're sending these ladies now, they're gonna send back a plethora of uglier penises and veinier penises and angrier penises. The way it's basically gonna work is a picture of a wing is gonna go out and a picture of a wing is gonna come back. They like to call it a boomerang. That was a very long journey for that punchline, so thank you for coming along with me. I pissed my girlfriend off the other day, surprise, and I was over at Dillard's buying some overpriced whatever, and the sales ladies in there know when you've messed up as a man. They smell it. It's fear. And I was able to avoid the jewelry later by juking her out and running the other way, but the lady at the perfume counter must have played linebacker in high school because she was watching me. She was watching me through the stacks of the perfume, and I thought I made it out, but right before I got to the exit, she came out of nowhere and sprayed me right in the face with some foul shit. And after I got my bearings, I was like, hold on a second. First of all, I didn't try to touch you, so why did you mace me? And she goes, I didn't mace you, sir. Don't you smell that? That's Kim Kardashian's new line of perfume. To which I replied, holy shit, herpes does have a scent. And apparently it's $74.99 an ounce. I'll leave you guys on this. During the bout of me being single recently, I tried to catch up on some porn that I had been missing. And I wasn't impressed. In fact, it freaked me out, and I'll tell you why. Everybody was smooth from head to toe, and I couldn't understand why. I was like, are they doing it for aerodynamics sake to move faster? Do they have some disease? Is it to fool us? Finally, I couldn't focus on the matter at hand. Thank you. Most people never get that. Shit goes right over their head. So I closed the laptop, got a VCR. I went old school. I got one of those VHS tapes that every guy in here made, 8-hour compilation, or we call it compilation. And I popped one of those in. Number one, I never knew why it was 8 hours long because we don't get past the first 5 minutes. But I popped one of those in, and I'll be honest with you guys, that scared me worse than the new porn because nobody shaved anywhere. It was like everybody's crotches decided to join Al-Qaeda and go into hiding. It was also like trying to watch a close-up of the entire cast of Duck Dynasty eat hot dogs. My name is Billy Bazar. You guys have been the best crowd of the week. All right, we're going to get this out of the way real quick. You guys see those comment cards on your table? If you get a minute tonight, make sure you fill out what you thought of us.